I'm with Hadassah Schwarz from the Government Press Office here in Jerusalem, and we're talking about the Christian Media Summit. Now, Hadassah, what is the Christian Media Summit?
Hi, Paul. It's great to be here. The Christian Media Summit was started about 5 years ago when here at the GPO we recognized the connection that the government of Israel should have and strengthen with the Christians worldwide. And so we started the Christian Media Summit, which is a gathering of Christian media personnel once a year here in Jerusalem, where they get to learn firsthand about Israel and its policies and what we're facing, the challenges that we're facing on a daily basis. Now, this Christian Media Summit has been going on, like I said, for quite a few years. And last year we had to do it virtually due to Corona. And even though we started the process of making it virtually this year because things looked up a little, it looks like this year we're going to be doing it once again virtually. And we look forward to it.
Is it important to connect with the Christian journalists around the world?
Yes. We find it very, very important to have a connection with the Christian media and the Christian journalists worldwide. They are the ones who write and, convey what is happening in the world, and that's how we get to further our connection and relationship with Christians worldwide.
What is the aim of the summit?
The aim of the summit, like I said, is to further strengthen our relationship with Christians worldwide. We value our friendship, we value the connection, and we want to strengthen it.
Yeah. Now you're doing it virtual this year, and in the past people have came to Jerusalem to do it. Is it always better doing it live than actually having to do it online with Zoom?
Well, in the past, we actually had it, like I said, physical here in Jerusalem, which was a gathering of about between 100 to 150, depending on the year, of senior media personnel from Christian media outlets. And it was great. It was great meeting everyone. It was great connecting with everyone. And, last year and this year, we're going to be doing it virtually, and we're hoping to go back to it physically, next year in Jerusalem.
And you've had some great guests over the years. Who have you had over the years in the past, and who have you got for this year as well?
Well, in the past, every single year we had the Prime Minister and the President. The summit actually was hosted by the President in his house for a meal for a few of the summits. And this year we're planning for them to speak at the summit. Besides the Prime Minister and the President, we're going to be hearing from politicians, senior politicians, civic leaders, and any other organizations that will be speaking about Israel and the challenges that it faces.
And how many countries attend the summit?
Well, we've had it vary, but over the years we've had over 65 countries from all over the world, which was great.
That must be quite amazing to have all these different countries coming in and listening and hearing, but from all around the world wanting to hear about Israel.
Yes, it's beautiful. One of the things that we love doing, like I'd say a few weeks before the summit, is when we go over the list of those participating, and then we start counting from what country, how many, and from what countries. And it's just beautiful to see such countries that you'd never think that there's even Christians there. For example, one year we had someone from South Sudan, and it was just beautiful to see the connection and Christian journalists who come from literally all over the world.
Now, when people actually came here to Jerusalem, it must have been exciting for them to actually come, not just to hear the Prime Minister, but to see the Prime Minister as well, and hear him address the Christians and the relationship and the bond that they have.
Yes, it's very exciting, and the reason why he comes and he makes an appearance, and the reason why the summit participants all went to visit the president is because we value this friendship and this relationship so much. And the Prime Minister himself has said a few times that the Christians are our best friends out there in the world.
Is there a good relationship today between Christians and Jews?
Yes, I think so. I think, based on common values, there's so many common values between the Christians and Jews worldwide, and at the end of the day, there's a good relationship, always room to improve, and that's what we're here for, to improve the relationship.
What challenges does Israel face today, and how can Christians around the world be praying for those challenges?
Well, challenges in many areas, security and anti-Semitism. I think that in the area of anti-Semitism and fake news, and the false things spread about Israel in the various media outlets, it's and also on social media. I think that's one of the major challenges that we have today, and that is why the Christian media coming and listening and hearing firsthand about Israel and about its policies. That's why it's so important.
That must be very frustrating when you see something in the media and you just know it's wrong and it's been spread out there around the world.
Yes, I mean, fake news is fake news, and it's frustrating, and no matter who it hits and who it's targeting, in the end of the day, when there's something false that's out there, it's very, not, besides frustrating, it's also not true, and it causes serious damage.
Does it take a lot of work to prepare for the Media Summit?
Yes, like I said, we actually, we've been trying to do it physical, here in Jerusalem, and we started drafting all the plans, all the technical logistics, but we had to shift it to a virtual one. So we really look forward to seeing a lot of Christian media journalists who will take part in this. We're going to put out shortly, I'd say in a few days, the full itinerary, and it's going to be exciting. It's going to be very exciting.
Who do you have speaking this year?
Who do we? I believe it. Yeah, we'll send it out in a few days. Like I said, we're going to have the full itinerary put out. But I can assure you, it's going to be very interesting and very informative.
I thought I could have a big scoop there, but never mind. So, are you hoping next year to be going live in Jerusalem? People coming into the land and being able to come to the Media Summit live next year?
Yes, definitely. The Christian Media Summit has been one of the highlights here at the Government Press Office. We love preparing for it. We love the connection that we have with the Christian journalists, and having it here live in Jerusalem next year would be an amazing thing to have it go back to what it was, and to see people face to face, that people that we communicate with, now through email and virtually, to have it to meet them all once again in Jerusalem. It would be great.
Is Israel a good place for Christians to come, Christian journalists to come, and just to see the Bible alive today, and the people and the promises of God come alive today as well?
Of course, Israel is the land of God, and it's the land of Bible, and you just come here and it all comes to life. All the stories, everything you've seen in a book is all of a sudden right in front of you, in the land, in the mountains, in the streets. It's just beautiful. So I highly recommend anyone to come. Despite the corona regulations that we have now, there's still ways to come, with quarantine and everything, but I still recommend to come and see and learn, and it's just beautiful.
Now, it's journalists getting involved, but can anybody actually watch the event?
Yes, so the journalists will be watching through a special link, and they'll be also interacting between themselves. Anyone who is interested in the content and wants to watch it is more than welcome. We will be broadcasting it on our Facebook page and many other Facebook pages that would want to broadcast it on their Facebook page. Besides that, we are working on it to be broadcasted on various Christian TV networks, which will also be broadcasted there, so anyone can watch it.
That must be exciting, getting some Christian television channels as well.
Yes, we've had it last year, and we're working on it for this year, and it's interesting. It's interesting, and people, for the people who are interested in the real facts on the ground about Israel, just watching it firsthand, it's beautiful.
And that's it, just getting the facts about the land from the government, letting them people know exactly what's going on, what's happening here.
That's all it is.
So what's your Facebook page for people who'd like to know more and want to be able to connect?
Our Facebook page is Israel Government Press Office. First of all, you're more than welcome to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We always share pictures and different events of what's going on in Israel. So follow us there, and you'll see the updates about the summit.
On your website, you have an excellent library as well, don't you, of photographs from the land?
Yes, so this is another thing that we encourage anyone to use. It's free of charge. We have a national photo collection of all pictures, official pictures of Israel going back to pre-state Israel. And it can be used by anyone free of charge. Just don't forget to credit the GPO.
Okay, Hadassah, thank you very much.
No problem. It was great being here.